Okay guys, so got a mower on there, the grapple on there. Tomorrow me and Phil, we're going to go try and get that burnt skid steer. So and we're going to cut the grass over there too, see, so that makes it where I can, you know, make another $80. I could probably back this trailer up and push it up on it, but man, it would scar the whole back and rear end of this trailer. So I don't want to, I know it's going to eventually get scarred anyway, but I ain't wanting to do that. So, but I know it'll fit on here. But I think that's all I'll need to do everything over there. We're going to need, yeah, because it's just a mowing job too. So we'll get $80 for that, and then whatever I get, I basically just trying to really just keep Phil busy, right? Because we'll let him get some money this week, because we're all caught up, man. So and Monday is, you know, what is it, Labor Day? So probably not gonna be doing a lot on Monday either. But we'll go over there tomorrow morning, and not real early or not. I told Phil I'd give him $100 if he'll help me get it on this trailer right here. And it's only about a mile from here. So, you know, yeah. But I really just wanted to see if I could do that, right? So y'all know that I've been having problems with these racks, right? Not, well, I've got labor that don't want to pay attention, right? And though it hasn't happened in a minute, what's happening though are the guys are putting the weed eater on the mower, and then they're having to climb up on the trailer every time just to grab the weed eater, because the weed eater won't sit on this side of the mower plate. It sits on the other side where the opposite the brake. So what I did here, look, y'all see that? See, now they can pull this in and out, and no matter what, I ain't gonna lose this. So yeah, and the reason they were so hard to push in right here is this shaft is bent. So that's why that block is not sitting straight. But anyway, so I'm doing that. I did that today. Good morning, good morning. So it's Sunday morning, and me and Phil, we're gonna go over here and try to get this skid. I might not be able to get it, man. I don't know. I loaded up the skid and everything. I should have grabbed the ramps for the dump trailer, but they're buried on the back side of my building, man. And I was gonna have to unload the skid to get them, man. So I decided we're just gonna try to get them without them. If we have to come back and get them, and that's just gonna be, yeah. But I think that we can do it. There's a couple of different ways that we can do it. I can dig a hole for it to back down, for that dump trailer to back down in, bringing the bottom of the trailer a little bit lower. I can also, we're probably gonna wish we had the ramps, but I still think I can get it without them. We can also, well, I could probably put a chain on the front of that machine, right, and then back up, lifting the front end up, and then have Phil back the trailer up underneath it, and then we set it back down, and then we got the dump too. We can lift the dump up, put a chain real tight on it, and then let the dump back down. As you know, there's just a lot of different ways. We just have to kind of see how everything goes. The good thing is we got dry ground. There's no such thing as tearing anything up other than my own shit, because there ain't nothing but, you know, there's nothing over there to really, that you don't have to worry about tearing the ground up. You're not in nobody's lawn or nothing like that. So, yeah, so, one of the things that I should have thought about, and I think I got, is some wasp killer. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Phil on a lawnmower. He can go and start cutting the grass over here. So I'll run one line against the road for the grass, and Phil can cut the rest of the grass while I'm figuring it out. And again, y'all know I don't really do well when I'm trying to figure shit out, and I got somebody standing there watching, you know, waiting on me to figure it out, you know, to tell them what to do. So I don't really, you know, I don't do good at that. Put it that way. I just don't. So that's why I wanted to bring them over. Plus, we can make another $80. And this is what I told Phil. I said, hey man, if we get it up on that dump trailer, I'll give you $100. So, and you know, we're talking about it's 8:25 right now. Shoot, I don't see why we can't be all the way done over here, loaded up and everything, by 10. So if Phil can make but it could take 3 hours. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm basically going to give him the lawn money over here to help me get it. And I don't know what I could get for the skid. I'm hoping I can get more than 100, more than 200. I'm thinking I can probably take it to the scrap yard and get maybe 400 or so. Now, if I held out, I could probably get the the owner. The owner might break bread with me on getting it out of here, but you can't guarantee that. So you got to make a wide ass turn right here. All right, y'all. Stuff. Yeah. So what I can do is I can shimmy it around to where it's facing this, right? And then what I might be able to do is put a chain, bring a chain around the top here and go to these two things right here?
Yes.
These two slots.
Hook them onto that.
And hook a chain onto that, and then back up and lift the whole front of the machine up off the ground, and then back the trailer right up underneath it.
That's smart.
You see what I'm saying?
That's smart.
That's in the one way. There's about 5 different ways we can do it.
Like you use a skid steer to pick up the front too if you need to.
Well, no, the skid steer would have to be on the back.
On the back to push it in.
No, what we do is we pick it up. I put a chain around it, right, and just back up with my skid behind it, and that's going to pick this thing up, the front of it up, and then back that trailer up underneath the front of it, and then just me let it back down on where this is on the lip of the trailer. Nice. And we got a dump too. We can lift the bed up to make the angle friendly too. We don't have to be a straight, going from a 45 to a 90. We can be at a cool 30. Straight. Okay guys, so we over here so unprepared, it's unreal. I'm unprepared. I got over here and I strapped everything on the big trailer But what we got to do now is, y'all see how I pretty much got it where I can back the trailer right up to it. What we're going to do, we need to pick this up and strap this in place, whatever we need to do that, because that's going to get hung on the trailer, right? So I think that once we back up to it, this has got to be picked up. Once that's picked up vertical, then and we'll just strap it off on anything, it doesn't really matter. Then we'll just back the trailer up to it like that, and yeah, it should. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't just slide up on the trailer. We're probably gonna have to do some finagling though. I kind of wish this was a little bit further back, but if you go too far back, then I mean, is that going to be enough? Yeah. So ain't nothing as easy as you might think it's going to be. It never is. I'm over here without a long chain though. All I got is a little tie down chains that I use for the machine. So note to self. Okay, y'all, so the camera's overheating and not wanting to charge, but it's charging now, so we'll just have to see. I kind of wanted to show y'all where we're at right now. We've been fooling with this thing for over an hour, so now it's about time for us. The joke's about over. So we got that piece of wood under there. We went on and pulled that out of there, but it was loose anyway. We got this strapped up, as you can see. It looks like in theory, you'd like you'd be able to just roll right up underneath there, right? But it ain't never in theory like that. So now what I gotta do is I gotta straighten it out, because I can't straighten the truck out no more. I gotta straighten this thing out. I gotta push it that way a little bit to where it'll line up with that. But y'all see how we're using the leverage of that to do this. And I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I'm gonna try to rip the rest of this track off, because the track is hanging up when you get up on here and it won't slide. So I'm halfway through the track. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to set y'all somewhere. So preferably where there's not a lot of sun. Come on, straighten it up. Come on. So, but when we tilt it up a little bit, it's going to go below the grade.
Oh, we tilt it up a little bit, or?
We want it. Well, I don't know. Yeah, go on and tilt it up. Let's see. Okay, y'all. So obviously, I'm going to have to. It's going to be hard to. That sounds silent. All right. Yeah. Hey, Phil. We need to be a little bit lower, I think.
A little lower?
Don't you think? Hey, hang on. Yeah, well, I didn't mean lower, period. The whole thing.
Oh, so pull forward?
Yeah, yeah. I think I could, because if I can get, if this right here can get to here right here,
yeah,
we're gold.
You want me to see if I can lower it to get there, you think?
Well, no, because you hear the battery winding on the thing.
Yeah.
We don't want to run the battery all the way down on
I'll
that.
lift it up, or I can leave it like this, I guess, and then I'll...
Well, just pull forward,
okay.
And I'm gonna, in theory, if we can just push it up on there without tilting, that's what we want.
Okay.
We basically want this to be lower than this.
Right. Do you want me to...
without tilting it.
Do you want me to go back to level with it, or?
Well, yeah, I'd have to show you how to do that.
Sure.
But you can pull forward.
Right.
You pull on up out of here, but I got to have room to be able to maneuver in here. Damn, dude, we're almost there, man.
We're there.
Pull all the way on out to get out, so I have room to work. Yeah. But a little further, man, a little further. I don't know where to get no video of this, y'all. Y'all just gonna have to damn. That good? This is ridiculous. It should have never taken us this long.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, anyway, don't matter. Shouldn't have to do that. Now I told y'all I was gonna get this. A lot harder to get it than I thought it was gonna be. But we got it. I'd love not to have to fool with that track, but frustrated there for a minute.
No chains, no rips, no nothing.
Okay, y'all, so y'all see it. I'm finna strap it down and call it a day. I won't do it like this again, for sure. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all, man, that was some pretty difficult stuff. Yeah, y'all see that we got it out? Man, yeah. I didn't think we was ever gonna get that thing up on that trailer, man. But the way that I was gonna do it to begin with, that's the way it ended up working. When I was thinking about how to get that fast, that was my thinking was dig a ramp, you know, dig a reverse ramp basically. Sort of like a loading dock, if you will, where you seen the tractor trailers back down to the loading, where the floor is the same height as the truck. So yeah. That's pretty much what we ended up doing, but we tried every which way before then, and of course I was not prepared for that kind of thing. We was over there for about 3 hours, and we didn't get to cut the grass either. Something's going on with the backup mower. It's just yeah, all that. So that was sketch though, man. But I told Phil, you know, it could take us an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you know, and we probably got over there around 9:30, and we probably got it up on the trailer around 12:15 or so. It take 30 minutes just to get everything back up and loaded up and gone, man. I don't note to self. The next tilt trailer, and if any of you guys are thinking about buying a tilt trailer, let me give y'all a tip. Buy one where you got the 72-inch flat stationary part. That is the ideal one, if you ask me. Mine is 5 feet. 6 feet would have been better. I mean, you know, if I had, you know, looking back, and I was on the fence about that. It wasn't about money. I was just trying to minimize my length, right? I didn't want to get longer than 24 feet, but what I'm realizing is they could have added a foot onto the stationary and taken a foot off the length, but you can't put nothing on the very rear anyway, unless you're backing the machine up on there. So one thing about this trailer, the tongue weight is really heavy. So you got to counterbalance that so it's not so much tongue weight on the, you know, on the truck. So, but yeah, we got it though. Y'all see it? We got it. All right, y'all, let me get Phil squared away, and yeah. Okay, man, so, well, I hope I don't take a hit on that burn up skid. What do y'all think I'll get for it at the scrap yard? I mean, I got I got 3 hours and a freaking on $100 plus fuel wrapped up in it. I wasn't prepared at all. I didn't have a long chain with me. All I had was the little tie downs. I may, there ain't no way I could do that for a living like that. That should have been an easy peasy. And if I'd have had a winch on my tilt trailer, then I just would have used it. But I knew pushing that sucker up on that tilt was going to be, it was just, yeah. I didn't want to do that, man. But we got it, y'all. We got it. We'll see. One day next week, we'll get it over to the scrap yard and we'll see what we got. I have no idea. For me to break even, just even, I need $300. And I ain't making nothing with $300. I'm not even getting paid for my, maybe an hour of my time. But and I didn't have to do it like that. I could have. There's a bunch of ways I could have done that. But if I had dug first, like, when I thought about doing it, and I was thinking about, man, that'd be easy to do, man. You go over there and just dig me an upside down ramp and back the trailer down in. Because, see, I used to do that all the time when I had, before I started doing YouTube, when I had my dump trailer and I put my Bobcat on the dump trailer. If I like over at the bamboo site, I had a place where I dug out a little bit and I backed the trailer down in where I wouldn't have to have ramps to get up on the dump trailer. That's what I was thinking. But once I got over there and I'm moving it around and all, I'm like, man, maybe I don't have to do all that disturbance. I can just, push it up on the trailer, No, man. It kept moving. We had it teetering on that log for a while and thinking, okay, well, but all the wheels kept getting, there wasn't no track on it. All the wheels kept getting hung up, on that. So, on the lip of the trailer. But it was, something different to do, right? I mean, as long as you don't tear nothing up or nothing where it's going to, I learned a lot. And so did Phil. We were both just winging it, man, just trying to, do something that's going to earn a little bit of money. Wait a minute, I just would have stayed at home. Yeah, but see, I like doing stuff like that. I like, challenging myself. And when you don't have the proper tools for stuff like that, and then you didn't bring what proper tools you might need, I don't know, maybe I'll come along. I got 2 of them. I didn't even bring one. Come on, man, Ray. What the hell? So I need to get about $300 minimum, though. And if I don't get at least that for it, and when I do the video, y'all gonna see all the different ways we tried, and finally the way that I thought to do it to begin with was the best way to do it. I just didn't want to have to dig. I thought maybe I could just, push it up on there, man. And, when you're dealing with a lot of weight like that, you got to be careful, but so you don't tear nothing up. You don't want to bend the frame of the dump trailer, but you got it tilted up. If I'd had a long enough chain, that could have helped some. But I didn't. I just did. Yeah. I was not prepared. I should have brought the forks. The forks would have made it a little bit easier. And then we get over there and the stupid mower is acting stupid. The belt kept popping off. So I wasn't really worried about doing the lawn. But if we could, that's what I wanted to do. And, we couldn't. I'm going to analyze that, but not today, man. That's it for me, man. I'm going to go home and hang out with the wife and the dog. Get out of I know a lot of guys are trying to get in the weather. I'm trying to get out of the weather, get out of the damn heat and probably sit in front of the TV and binge watch something. We got a bunch of shows saved up. We are going to get a couch, but just not today. So I ordered me and my wife both a wrap, and I'm going to pick them up, and then I'm going to head on home, man. Yeah. All right, y'all. So there it is. I love it when a plan comes together. Like I said, I need 300 or 400 for it, man. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to get that, but you know, I'm gonna get those right there. That and that, I'm gonna get them. They bolt on. But look, shit, it's a lot of weight right there, dude. There's a lot of weight, man. So, all right, y'all.